Hello and welcome to Wild Heart Yoga Holistic Healing for today's short Yin Yoga Therapy class. Let's get right into it today, beginning at the back of our mats in a gentle child's pose. Either keeping the knees together or leaving some space between them to allow the chest to melt closer toward the mat. Then I'd invite you, if you'd like to go further into the front of our shoulders, just reach behind your back, grabbing opposite elbows. And then let's get grounded here by beginning with a few yogic breaths. Inhaling into the dantian, that space between the belly button and the pubic bone. Then sigh it away from the back of the throat. Again, inhale. Feeling that belly rise, and let it go, allowing all the air to leave the lungs, making that exhale long and slow. Inhale, inviting a peace and presence into this moment. And exhale fully, feeling your body surrender to the mat underneath of you. Feeling yourself held by the earth. As we're here, just begin to notice anything that's happening within you, whether in the mind or the body. Noticing the state of your emotions, any physical areas of tension or stiffness. And I invite you to just accept whatever condition you're in today, knowing that this is a safe space to feel what you need to feel, to process whatever you need to process, and to allow yourself to simply be held in this class. Extreme or persistent sadness and grief is thought to be associated with problems of the lung meridian, so that is our focus today, which makes our target areas our inner arm and the front of the shoulder. The lung meridian is affected by sadness and grief. As we feel tighter in the chest, we breathe more shallow. It also runs through the stomach and the intestines, which may indicate why sometimes we lose our appetite when feeling sad. In order to release the fascia associated with this meridian, we're going to hold our poses for at least 3 minutes today. Through this time, I'd invite you to just notice whatever comes up for yourself, allowing any emotions to come forth that may need to come out. But try not engaging too much in the thoughts that may arise associated with the emotions. If the mind begins to wander and get wrapped up in thoughts, I'd encourage you to anchor yourself back to the breath, inhaling into the dantian and exhaling fully and slowly as you come back to the present moment and breathe through the tension and discomfort, both physical and emotional. If you have your arms behind your back, I'd invite you to release the elbows now, just reaching the fingertips on the mat in front of you. And then go ahead and bring the hips forward as you find your way onto your belly. We're going to take our Sphinx pose now. So with the elbows aligned just beneath the shoulders, hands planted firmly on the mat, fingertips spread wide. Peel up your chest, drawing the shoulder blades down and back. You can look ahead here or simply allow the head to hang heavy. Relaxing the glutes, relaxing the legs and ankles, relaxing the neck. Just allowing everything to be loose here, to surrender to the gravity as it takes you a little deeper into your mat. Inhale into the dantian, feeling that belly rise. And exhale fully and slowly, surrendering the mind, the emotions, feeling whatever needs to be felt right now. One of the components of Yin Yoga is to find our edge. This means going as deep into the pose as you can, where you feel an effective stretch happening, without it being painful, and where you can still maintain control of that breath. And then we seek to find stillness there, breathing through any discomfort. So in the same way that it is important to find our edge physically, it is also important to be able to find our edge emotionally, meaning that we recognize our emotions happening within us. Instead of repressing them, we can allow them to come up in healthy doses, but not jumping over the edge, not allowing ourselves to be totally consumed by them, where then grief and sadness turns into depression, where you feel stuck and numb. Our Yin Yoga practice is one way that we can release some of our emotions in a safe and healthy manner. Since a lot of emotions can store physically in the fascia, this is a great way to allow some of that to release physically, while also taking these few moments of stillness and quiet to truly honor our emotions, to create space for them. We have a little over a minute left in this pose, so I will leave you now in silence to simply tune inward and to listen to the wisdom of the body. Great job. Go ahead and release the pose now, finding your way into tabletop. Being sure that the hips are aligned just above the knees and shoulders above the wrists. We're then going to begin to walk the hands forward, keeping those hips where they are, as you allow the chest to melt closer toward the mat, resting the forehead on the mat, or maybe on a block if you have trouble getting the forehead that low today. If you want to make it more intense, you can rest the chin on the mat instead of the forehead, looking forward. If you need to, go ahead and take a peek back, making sure that your hips are still staying aligned just above the knees. So find the variation that best serves your body today, taking any micro adjustments you may need, maybe moving the arm width closer, a little wider, figuring out how this pose best targets your areas of tension. Then inhale deeply, imagining pulling that breath into those areas of stiffness. As you exhale, imagine it melting out of the body. As you release any resistance, surrendering deeper here. Inhale, feeling the belly rise. And exhale fully and slowly as you let go of anything that's not serving you in this moment. Letting go of thoughts, letting go of any tears that you may need to let go of. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be today. No matter what state you may be in, I'd invite you to allow whatever emotions are coming up for you today to simply come out. Anything you've been holding on to, any tears, allowing them to flow freely, knowing that tears have a very cathartic effect on our bodies and our minds. As part of our innate system for soothing and for coping. When we cry, our brains release oxytocin and endorphins, both of which help ease physical and emotional pain. We have about 1.5 minutes left in this pose. If you'd like to take another variation of this, simply bring the palms of the hands together, bending at the elbows, so we're taking a prayer overhead to go a little deeper into the triceps and the shoulders. And once again, I will leave you in silence for the remainder of the time to go inward and to just be held by yourself and the earth beneath you. When you're ready, you can lower the hands back to the mat and begin to walk yourself back into tabletop. And for our last pose, we're going to take our resting fish. So for this, you'll need a block or something similar, a bolster or a pillow. If you have a block, you can turn this any height that best serves your body today. We're going to place this right between the shoulder blades. And if you have a bolster, you can lay it the long ways, beginning at the bottom of your shoulder blades, so that your head can rest on it also. Once you find the props that work for you today and that right positioning, simply lay back over your prop, allowing the arms to open up to the sides, making a T, palms facing up toward the sky. Feel free to take any micro adjustments, moving the arms up or down slightly to figure out how this best targets your tension. If you're using a block and it's hard having your head hang down, or if you have a neck injury or high blood pressure or any other reason to not do inversions, then simply place a pillow or another block under the head to give it a little extra support. Let's inhale deep into the dantian, noticing that belly rise. And exhale fully and slowly, sinking deeper into this pose. During this heart-opening posture, it's a great time to practice gratitude. So maybe for this moment, if for nothing else, simply having gratitude for our ability to feel, for our emotions mean that we're alive and human. Maybe expressing gratitude for the fact that as time goes on, And we balance the scales of joy and gratitude with sadness and sorrow, that our capacity to hold grief expands. That without sadness, we wouldn't know happiness to its full extent, appreciating the seasons of harvest after the seasons of drought. Sadness is an inevitable part of life, but with the support of others, by balancing it with things that bring us joy, hobbies, and our passions, we're able to manage it, to take heart, and take it day by day until deeper healing reaches our hearts. Ah, grief, I should not treat you like a homeless dog who comes to the back door for a crust or a meatless bone. I should trust you. I should coax you into the house and give you your own corner, a worn mat to lie on, your own water dish. You think I don't know you've been living under my porch? You long for your real place to be readied before winter comes. You need your name, your collar and tag. You need the right to warn off intruders, to consider my house your own, and me your person, and yourself my own dog. Talking to Grief by Denise Levertov. Invite an energy of mindfulness to your emotions while we spend our last minute in this pose. When you're ready and in your own time, gently remove your prop from underneath of you and just find your way into Savasana. Arms resting at your sides, palms facing up, gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back. As you're here, simply feel the echo of the poses we've done today. Noticing any shifts of energy through the body. Noticing any shifts of state of mind or emotions. Taking this time to simply be aware of how this practice has affected you. Feel the weight of your body heavy against the mat, feeling held by the earth under you. Inhaling as you invite peace and relaxation into the body, into the mind, and let it go, surrendering deeper once more to this moment. I'd encourage you to stay even longer in your Savasana if you have time today. But if you're ready and have to move on with your day, then on your next exhale, in your own time, go ahead and turn onto your right side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for our final closing breaths together. Take an inhale as you reach the arms up overhead, beginning to wake the body back up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Maybe wrapping your arms around yourself, holding yourself for just a few more moments. And when you're ready, inhale, reaching the arms up once more. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Thanking yourself for taking the time to honor your mind and body and your emotions in this way today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I pray that it brought you healing and restoration to your heart and mind, and that perhaps you have a little more strength to move throughout your day, no matter what you may be going through or dealing with lately. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you real soon, my friends. Namaste.